что, друзья, продолжаем. Так, первую часть мы закончили. Теперь мы начинаем вторую. Mass Effect 2. Легендарное издание. Вперед! Сейчас мне игра захватится. Вперед идем. Сейчас, минутку. Все. Взялась. Хватилось, как говорится. Так, начинаем мы новую игру. Перенос персонажа МЕ1. Так, я играла уже просто. Блин, а какой же у нас там уровень был? Пятый. Это вот как я начинала, это вот поиграла. 53, по-моему. Да. А 51. Все. Начинаем. Так, тут играла я обычную, тогда пробовала. Сейчас перед вами ставлю на максимальную сложность. Чтобы вы все видели без бана. Кстати, в Оригинсе я получила значок на Безумие. Да, вот, солдат, отступник, состояние Рекса живой, Кайден у нас умер, Цитадель умер, у нас совет, место в совете занял Ундина. Продолжить. И начинается наша трансляция. Наша игра.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
Вопрос, к чему это он сказал, правильно? Добро пожаловать на стрим. Проходим вторую часть. Mass Effect 2. Начало. Пролог. Так, друзья, я скажу сразу, у меня тут немножко с погодой стало не ахти. Чтоб имели в виду, потому что у меня может, если что-то не так пойдет, у меня может прерваться стрим.
Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
А интересно еще. Правой ты уже.
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
Заметьте, кстати, ему сейчас мельком заметите, когда Шепард одел шлем, его видно, то, что голова, лицо не показали, а пушку показали, модель без голова, без ничего. Чисто голая модель. Почему? Потому что можно тут создать, потом вы знаете.
I'm not doing this just so they can find our frozen corpses. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't abandon ship. I'm not leaving either.
Get to the damn shuttle. I'll haul Joker's crippled ass out of here.
Commander,
Get the hell out of here.
everybody in. Go, go, go!
Не знаю, но мне музыка нравится здесь. Кстати, у нас старая броня, в которой мы были в начале Mass Effect 1, в которой мы были в первой части. Жалко, конечно, Нормандию. Только корабль класс. Мы с ним прощаемся, с этим кораблем. Тяжело, конечно. Карту вообще растращила. Атмосфера открытого космоса. И я не спорю, разрабы хорошо сделали во второй части. Особенно в начале. Игра так и начинается. Кстати, я с игрой познакомилась именно с этой части. Как раз в 2010 году она как раз вышла. Она была без DLC, без ничего. И она мне понравилась. Сейчас расскажу.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's dead. Just like us, we don't get the hell out of here.
No, we just have to... Oh no. They're coming around for another attack.
Сейчас заканчиваем игру. Вот такой у нас пролог. Так, скажу вам сразу. Тут у нас есть предыстория. Первая часть. Я просто ее включу, а вы послушайте. Это для тех, кто пропустил ту игру, в которую я играла. Пусть на всякий случай будет. Интерактивный комикс. Предыстория. Генезис. Mass Effect Genesis.
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission. Answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. Nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat, as was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tally. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tally's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I decided discretion was the better part of valor, and kept my focus on our goal, finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead, Benezia. Saren had taken her to Novaria, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone, with the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't take the chance. I had a mission to do, and an army of angry Rachni would be one more problem I didn't have time to deal with. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Caden was a good man, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Ash. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, We could defeat him. I'd never tell anyone, but I had my doubts. Leaving Caden behind had hardened my resolve, but revealed a soft spot in my defenses. How many more friends and allies would I be willing to sacrifice in order to stop Saren? We arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council could be replaced. The fleets were needed here and now if we were going to defeat Sovereign. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. I didn't much like Udina, but sometimes you need a pit bull on your side. Someone willing to be the bad guy, for the sake of the greater good. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
Правда, очередное рутинное задание. К чему оно просто привело? Вот к чему? Да ни к чему, просто хорошему.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Я вам говорила за персонажа. То, что без волос, без ничего. Вот почему. Потому что тут можно изменить лицо. Челюсть, нос, глаза. Но мы будем переводить такой, какой у нас есть. Кстати, когда меняешь внешность, тут можно ввести свой код. Код можно у друзей попросить. И там ввести свой код игры сюда. Код, который у персонажа, то есть лица. И будете играть с тем, которого вы ведете, то есть именно тот код. А мы переносим то лицо, которое у нас было в первой части. Поехали. Играем за солдата. Так, я уже играла здесь, и у нас тут есть дополнительные достижения. Нам тут дают. И мы возьмем, наверное, щитоедов, нервный шок, разрывные патроны. Так. Давайте вот это возьмем. Я просто набрала опустошение. Оно хорошо для противников. Полностью их опустошает. Например, вот у нас биотических не будет способностей вообще. Давай. Вообще. Ну там потом можно будет со временем изменить в игре. Давайте берем опустошение, а потом изменим. Так, Джон Шепард, землянин, беспощадный солдат. Умение у нас дополнительное опустошение. Подтвердить. И продолжаем.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing him awareness of his surroundings. My God, man, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Watson, he's not ready. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity's off the charts. Pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range.
О, будущее, да?
Close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Что можно будет с того света человека достать. В прямом смысле слова. Не в коме, а именно в прямом смысле.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry!
Так, и у нас уже сразу 4-й уровень. Так, считаем, что у нас тут. Это понятно, пройти обучение. Так, отступник у нас 190, 40 герой. Так, пока все, да? У нас сразу дается уже 6 умений. Раз. Так. 2. 3. И мы вот так сделаем. У нас отступник уже подрос. Так, сейчас я секундочку в настройках поковыряю, покопаюсь, чтобы немножко не так сильно лагало. Ну так, подождите, сейчас пока посмотрим, как оно будет. Мы вот так сейчас сделаем. Вот так вот. Посмотрим, как будет игра.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from. Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast.
Так, сейчас я чуть-чуть изменю. По-своему сделаю, как я делаю. по клавиатуре.
Trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol. Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out! Keep moving. We need to get to the shuttles.
Вопрос, щиты делись. Раньше желтые щиты стояли.
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position.
Хорошая звезда. Мне она нравится. Прячемся. Секундочку одну небольшую.
Nice work, Shepard.
Так, 346 тысяч у нас тут кредитов. Маловато.
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long.
Жесть.
More reinforcements heading. Here come the mechs. Use the grenade launcher.
Это нам показывают для обучения.
Elevator down one floor.
Как мы вспомнили, короче.
Hurry! Get to the door. Run!
Ну да, после того, как
You're doing
стали разрабы игры.
Shepard, read me. I've got mechs closing in on my position. Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological. In an
Самого
effort to
себя
accelerate
слушаем.
the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Знакомые картинки. Любой бы другой человек сказал, что это такое вообще.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Весело, да? Раньше там взлом был. Взламывать приходилось. Сейчас нет.
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. This project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old ice queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
Я вам потом расскажу, кто он такой. Этот Уилсон.
What the hell? On target!
Да, не успел очнуться, уже сразу в бой.
Drop them! What are you doing here? Thought you were still a work in progress.
Look, pal. I don't know where I am or how I got here. Plus, my head feels like an overripe melon ready to split open. How about you fill me in a little?
Damn. Yeah, I forgot this is all new to you. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
Ever since I woke up, someone's been telling me where to go and what to do. I need answers.
Fair enough. I'll give you the... You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
That's... I'm having some trouble wrapping my head around it.
Yeah, I can imagine. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Maybe it's time we got moving.
First step, let's finish off these metal bastards. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Окей.
Get over here. That's it. I've got him. They're falling back. Ready to get the hell off this station?
Before we go anywhere, I need some answers.
Sure. What do you want to know?
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat, and anywhere else they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientist. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Да, главным испытуемым был Савон. Поддубытый крысой. Вернут, не вернут, а хрен его знает, все равно же труп.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, and a bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant. But I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if
Check. frequency. Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers direct. Come on. Service tunnels are this way.
Весело, конечно. Не успели встать, глаза открыть и сразу в бой.
They've seen us.
Damn it, Wilson. This room is full of mechs.
Station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
У нас появляются новые враги.
Wilson, find us another route out of here. Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an...
Oh god. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
God, I'm hit! They shot...
Field is clear.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Надо было целеустремленно поставить Шепарда на ноги.
Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
Можно через Shift. Не, на тройку
Thanks,
нажимаю.
Shepard.
На тройку пойдет.
Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
I don't care who set up who. Those mechs are shooting at all of us. We'll sort it out later.
We need to find Miranda first. We can't just leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Haven't known her long enough to trust her.
This project was Miranda's baby. She'd never sabotage it.
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... We can open. Clear a path. That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Should I recognize that name?
Maybe that's a side effect of your recovery. You and Cerberus certainly have a history. According to the Alliance, we're a radical pro-human splinter group. You wiped out several of our research bases. But things change. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
The elusive man? Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah, that's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
Я зато знаю, кто это призрак. Почитайте книжки за Mass Effect, и вы узнаете, кто такой на самом деле призрак. И откуда он взялся. Скажу только одно. Он служил, вот этот призрак, он служил под началом... Помните, Эшли праздновала день... Там праздник был у нее 26 лет назад, короче, примирение людей вместе с турианцами. Ее дед, короче, сдал гарнизон Уильямс. Вот как раз вот в том моменте, когда был захват Шанси, он там и находился, этот призрак. Почитайте, я вам советую, серьезно.
I don't care what his name is. He just needs to answer my questions. All of them.
He spent a lot of money and time bringing you back. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to tell you whatever you want to know.
It's not much farther to the shuttle bay.
Так. Новички, знакомьтесь. С игрой, со второй частью. А старичкам всем приятного просмотра. Тем, кто знает игру. Лучше подружки, хорошо. Только они всегда в большом количестве тут валяются. Так, я ж не рассказала, как я с игрой познакомилась, так как-то купили игру. А я в кризис постоянно играла и сидела. Так. Ай, блядь. Короче, слушайте. Сидела, играла как на кризис. Мне он уже поднадоел, серьезно. Ну и сижу, смотрю. У нас игра дома появилась, таблички новые. Как-то загрузили игру, и уж массу делаешь. Я все наблюдала, они все сначала не садилась, не играла с ней. А потом как-то села, включила не первую часть, а именно вторую. Включила как-то я вторую часть и смотрю, опа, нужно ли женским персонажам играть, оказывается. Ну, создала свою же эту фамшепку, я ж не знала, что это фамшепка есть, короче, как-то. Ну, начала играть как-то. Мне понравилось. Вот сюрпризов. Угу. Так, смотрите. Тут уже пошел на зло. А теперь у нас вот такой будет зло. Ну, все, кто играл, это знает. А те, кто не играл, знакомьтесь.
Subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and subsurface sub-zero temperature. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus project will proceed as planned.
Жесть. И в вакууме побыли. В холоде побыли. Короче, были везде. Смотрим.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Теперь слушайте внимательно. Видите, у нас скальпелем видно. Это называется шрамы. Если я здесь зайду, как после пролога зайду, потом нам, там дальше будет. Короче, у нас будут появляться шрамы. Во время, когда мы будем играть отступником, у нас будут появляться шрамы. У меня будет для вас у всех вопрос. Их, возможно, будет потом их убрать. Убрать мне их, либо оставить.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
I had a feeling Wilson was just looking for a chance to shoot me in the back.
Good instincts. Some people are far too trusting to ever see that coming. Come on, let's grab this shuttle and get out of here. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
Как стерва себя ведет, честное слово.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on.
Она сказала 2. Поближе сейчас посмотрите шрамы.
Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you grew up on Earth. Tough environment, no pep. You enlisted and led troops during some heavy fighting, most notably on Torfin. Do you remember taking on some Batarian slavers?
Those bastards were dug in deep in a fortified bunker. I sent a lot of good soldiers to their deaths. That's how it had to be.
You got the job done. That's all. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
Being in command means that sometimes you give orders knowing that your people are gonna die. That can't affect your decisions. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
Ну что?
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Так. Шлем у нас только пока такой. И такой развитчик. Нагрудников у нас нету. Так. Типа тоже нету. Меняем материал. Сейчас ставлю материал. Цвет поменяю, конечно. Так. 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 Ну и смотрим внешний вид. Вот. Вот. Это. То, что это старое было. Вот это добавили новое. Вот это добавили новое. То, что в конце, в третьей части. И вот это добавили новое в третьей части. Я беру вот это. И вперед.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
A necessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
And what exactly is it that you and I know?
That our place in the universe is more fragile than we'd like to think. That one man, one very specific man, might be all that stands between humanity and the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
You need to earn the right to ask me those kinds of questions.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You and I are on the same side. We just have different methods.
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of human. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Внимательно слушайте, что он говорит насчет Альянса.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvest. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to get me back.
You're unique. Not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
The Alliance is overwhelmed by the responsibility you gave them. They're too busy building relations to put resources into verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
What do you think I'll find there?
If I knew that, I wouldn't need to send you. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
И у нас уже 5-й уровень. Следует колония, нам дали задание. Знать пропавших колонистов. Путь свободы. Ну и кодекс. Так. Вот у нас уже появляется отступник, уже полоска есть. Так, открываем эту фигню, у нас открывается потом зажигательный патрон. Так.
The elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I can't have anyone disobeying my commands when we get
I know who I report to. As long as you don't do anything to betray Cerberus, I'll follow your orders.
What's the matter, Lawson? Worried you're not his favorite anymore?
I've proven my value to the elusive man. Let's hope you're able to do the same.
Are you naturally this bitchy, or is it just me?
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
Сейчас посмотрим, как она может.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No. The elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, we'd have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
Герой дали.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
Cerberus gave me my body back. That's worth giving them a chance. One chance.
But you're still not convinced. Do you trust me, Commander?
I haven't made up my mind about you yet.
At least you're giving me a chance. Most Alliance soldiers hate Cerberus on principle.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules, but there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. The old council was dead, and humanity took control of the new one. But nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
Нет. Одинаково. Вот так. Все. Так, новый уровень у нас есть. Я продаю здесь с оперативниками. Удалось проникнуть. Короче, покинуть комплекс. Вот, Mass Effect. Не все персонажи уровня 55 Mass Effect 2 вы получите следующие преимущества. Сразу уровень 4, кредиты. Что-то мало кредитов. Вот, герой отступник. Это срок героя отступника 90. Так, успешно завершив Mass Effect 2, вы получите следующее преимущество. Сохраняйте все тяжелое оружие, заработанное преимущество игры. Кредиты, нулевой элемент, иридий, палладий и платина. Это ресурсы, которые нам нужно будет потом их искать. То есть добывать. Ну и кредиты.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappeared. We've got no target to go after.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
We're gonna find out who did this and take him down. Nothing gets in our way. Am I clear?
Perfectly, Commander.
Good to have you here, Shepard.
Ты еще плохо знаешь его. Так, у нас уже появилось оружие. Но мы потом его обязательно поменяем.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
Не музыка, стрём.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
Sounds like Fenris. Max.
Strange. Security systems were disabled at the other colony.
Got her!
Here goes. Make activity. Shoot them before they take out your shields.
Вот-вот. Миранда, что требовалось доказать.
Firing now.
Those mechs shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
Для обучения показывают. Все потому, что оно не высвечивается. Обход. Правильно.
Ready to engage.
Here goes.
Come on over!
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
Talizora, you served on my ship. You know what I do to people who threaten me.
Praza, tell your team to put their weapons away.
Damn it, Tali, this is bullshit! Why would your old commander work for Cerberus?
I don't know. But if this is Shepard, I don't know. Shepard would have a reason.
I know Cerberus has a bad past, but they're the only group investigating these missing colonies. The Council turned its back on humanity. I have...
Tali, you aren't seriously considering trusting Cerberus.
I'm not trusting anyone, Praza. But we're going to need help searching the area. One of our people was here on pilgrimage. His name was Vitor. We came to find him.
Everyone else is dead. What makes you think Vitor survived?
We saw him when we landed.
You saw him? Then why isn't he with you already?
Vitor was injured, and he was always, nervous.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
You should head back to your ship, Tally. We'll let you know when we find Vitor.
Like hell. I'm not letting Cerberus take over.
Neither am I, Praza. I don't want to fight you, Shepard. But I can't just let Cerberus handle this. Besides, we need to work together. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
You expect us to do all the dirty work while you sneak in and grab Vitor? Not likely.
We're better equipped for a frontal assault than they are, Commander.
If we don't work together, we're not going to get past those mechs. We're moving out. If you want your answers, get to that warehouse.
The Quarians are an unexpected variable. They could help us, but I'd hope to keep an eye on them.
I bet they're saying the same thing about us.
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them.
We're compromised!
Так. На всякий случай.
Use overload on them.
Кстати, прикол.
Shields have failed.
There we go! There we go!
Got him!
I got it!
Shepard, Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on. We can still catch them.
Вот сделает на херовин. Геройскую.
Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vito first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
Это нам показывает, типа, обучение.
Take point, Shepard. We'll cover the door.
Affirmative.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
Defense systems.
Overload! Take out their shields.
Черт возьми. Надо все-таки воскрешать Миранду.
Overload! Take out their shield.
Я не заметил.
Right behind you.
Right with you.
Сука.
Taking fire.
Got her!
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the... He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Надо курт бросать.
We can use this.
После уже улучшения.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters.
No swarms. No.
Vitor?
No, Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Great. We come all this way and our only witness is a babbling idiot.
Swarms coming. Storm coming. Storm of swarms. Next. You're not one of them. You're human. They didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
I want to know more about the Collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the Elusive Man can figure it out.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
Why didn't the Collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We finally find a witness, and he's so off his nut he can't even tell us what he saw.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the Elusive Man. Grab the Quarren and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tally will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Я просто с ней роман хочу завести. Во второй части. А для чего?
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
The data from his Omnitool should be quite useful.
We're still analyzing it. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Tell me what you know about these Collectors.
They periodically travel to the terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega 4. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the collectors.
Why is the Omega 4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of them. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their... What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the collectors getting from these deals?
The collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormal. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
Why is the Omega 4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them... If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
The collectors are definitely a human enemy. But how do we know there's a connection to the Reapers?
Their focus shifted to humanity only after you and the human fleet destroyed Sovereign. The abductions are related, even if the Alliance and the Council refuse to... I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
I hate waiting, but I'll need a team. A good one.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a nat. I'll continue to track the collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you could convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Вот точно.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
With a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
Они
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
конфетка. Новая.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Normandy, SR2. У нас 4 очка полученных. Так, путь свободы мы прошли. Впереди. И идем дальше. Будто ничего не изменилось. Хотя да.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
You still don't get it, do you? You're not in charge of this mission. I am.
Operative Lawson makes a valid point, Shepard. Without the Professor, any encounter with the Collectors would result in failure.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Shut that thing down. I don't want it on my ship.
Have I offended?
Shepard spent a great deal of time fighting rogue AI. Geth, most Alliance's Hannibal system on Luna.
Your distrust is logical, Shepard, unlike the irrational mistrust of most humans. However, I am no threat to you or anyone else. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Каюта капитана, клиническая лаборатория. Чё? Собрать команду. У нас тут есть непрочитанные сообщения. От адмирала Андерсона. Так, на тот случай, если слухи правдивы, и вы на самом деле живы, я прошу вас следите со мной в цитадели. За прошедшие 2 года многое изменилось. Вы подарили нам власть, и только вы по праву можете подтвердить или опровергнуть то, что дошло до ушей. Так, договор с Заидом Масани. Шепард, мы завершили переговоры с опытным наемником Заидом Масани. Его имя, возможно, знакомо вам. Заид принимал участие во многих известных, а также абсолютно неизвестных операциях системы Терминус. И показал себя безжалостным и неустрашимым бойцом. Мне кажется, что такой человек мог вам пригодиться, поэтому я провел переговоры и сделал так, чтобы он вступил в ваш отряд. Сейчас он на армии и тратит свой последний гонорар. Там его можно найти. Все денежные вопросы с тем я решил лично. Так, вот это мне интересно. Стевник Добс, банковский агент, финансовая корпорация Вознесения, Земля. Здравствуйте, капитан Шепард. Благодарим за представленные актуальные медицинские справок в связи с этим статус мертва заменен на статус на статус «жив» либо «жива». После вычета небольшой комиссии за закрытие дела про последующие изменения статуса и восстановление вашего счета, остаток кредитов на вашем счету составляет 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 100 тысяч получается, да? Что так мало? Лишь больше было на себе. Спасибо, что пользуетесь услугами финансовой корпорации Вознесения. Мы всегда будем вам рады. Защищайте свои главные активы. Представьте ставки на страхование жизни, выплаты, которые вас устроят. Запросите бесплатный подсчет прямо сейчас. Бред. Так, потерянная связь с исследовательским кораблем. Так, это уже DLC идет. Капитан, пропал исследовательский корабль Розали, связанный с Тербером. Экипаж корабля Розали, Роберт Аллай и все остальное. Так. Адмирал Халькет. Вот еще одна DLC. Капитан Шепард, мы полагаем, что найден результат сканера системы Амады. Данные заинтересуют вас. Найдено место падения Нормандии. Это именно первая Нормандия, которая взорвалась. Альянс хочет починить память Нормандии и воздвигнуть памятник на месте, где нашли последний приют и обломки. Мы хотели бы, чтобы вы в числе первых побывали на месте трагедии и установили там памятник. После нападения коллекционеров на Нормандию 20 членов экипажа до сих пор числятся пропавших без вести. Если вам удастся отыскать доказательства их смерти, пожалуйста, предоставьте их органов Альянса. Желаю удачи, капитан. Так, снова шлем разведчик. Это нам вот показывали. Разведчик. Так, DLC. Одно. Еще одна Шепард. Одно наше отделение без каких-либо предупреждений перестало выходить на связь. Проект «Властелин» задействован достаточно опасной технологией. Я хочу, чтобы вы с этим разобрались. Перед отправлением поставлена достаточно щекотливая задача, поэтому я не могу доверить этому каналу все детали операции. Вы найдете отделение на планете АЭТ системы Тифона, который находится в скоплении Феникс. Пожалуйста, соблюдайте осторожность. Другой излучатель у нас тут будет уже. И еще один будет персонаж, Касуми Хото. Шепард, потратив немало денег и усилий, мы разыскали опытную воровку Касуми Хото. Убедите ее поработать с вами. Мало кто слышал о ней, уже совсем мало кто утверждает, что ее видел ее лично. Она не произведенный мастер маскировки и скрытного проникновения. Ее навыки сослужат вам бесценную службу. Отправляйтесь на цитадель в районе Закера. Там вы найдете особый рекламный терминал, отличающийся от остальных. Чтобы поговорить с Касуми, введите на терминале пароль «Молчание Солода». На этом сообщения все закончились. Так. Ну, тут у нас секретарь есть.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I handle my own business.
I understand. I won't bother you unless it's important. Anything else, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Joker would like to speak to you on the bridge. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but you know it's just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
I might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Потому что у меня уже время тоже позднее сильно, уже прилично позднее. И надо мне ложиться тоже отдыхать, потому что завтра будет день, дела все остальные. А так, продолжать Mass Effect проходить пока на данный момент. Ну и давайте всем спокойной ночи. Я перед вами сохраняюсь. Вот делаю первое сохранение. И всем пока.